Nammo Phat, good morning. Thank you for joining us for this daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. This morning we're reciting the second wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I'm determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. This morning's reading is Ending Kamma Through Insight from Ajahn Sucitto's book Kamma and the End of Kamma. Samadhi is of the nature of Kamma, of cause and effect generated through programs of intention and attention in the present. It also relies upon dispositions, programs established in the past, and naturally sets up programs for the future. One inclines to simpler and more peaceful ways of living. With all this, it's good to remember that the ongoing purpose of meditation is liberation from old programs and from formulating new ones. Samadhi provides us with a temporary liberation from some kammic themes, such as sense desire, worry, or ill will, in the present, and it gives us a firm, grounded mind, which feels bright. But samadhi itself is formulated. Also, it takes time to develop samadhi. And meanwhile, the very notion of getting samadhi can trigger off stressful formulations such as, can't do it, I'm a failure, and so on. Accordingly, the learning point for both one who does and for one who doesn't develop strong samadhi is to handle and review the programming. How much me is in this? How much holding on is left? That's the process of insight. It's always relevant. Holding on, gaining, getting, losing, the formulating energy of sankhara, collected or uncollected, driving or drifting, is something that can be witnessed. And you can moderate it by referring the speech and the mind to the body. For example, when a verbal exchange is getting overheated, knowing how the body and mind are interrelated is great help. You can attune to what's happening in the body. The palms of the hands, temples, and the eyes are accessible indicators of energy. Does this energy need to be relaxed? Sometimes I find that just acknowledging and adjusting the speed of walking shifts attitudes and moods, or softening and diffusing the gaze. Or you're feeling dull or depressed. Is your body fully present? Chest, throat. Perhaps giving some attention there with a kindly attitude helps the energy to brighten up and shift the mind state. We can notice the surge of glee or despondency, the lure of achievement, and the itch to get more. But in contemplating the moods and instincts that arise as they really are, we can focus on their patterns and programs just as that, rather than this is me, this is mine, I take my stand on this, or even I'm different from this stuff. This is the focus of insight. It's about witnessing programs, how they depend on self-views, how they arise with a contraction, a grasping, and how they lead to the creation of ideas and notions. With meditation, you contemplate the whole rigmarole of success and failure, what I am and what I will be. All this is more formulating. It's all more Kamma, more self-view, more stuff to get busy with. But if you see that futility of all that, you get free of the program. And that's the only way to get free of Kamma. When that point becomes clear, there's actually not a lot more to do than to keep attentive to what arises and passes through your awareness. Because when one just refers to emotional, physical, and conceptual energies as programs, that doesn't support the view, I am. Being unsupported by that view, they come to rest. Then we can handle life without getting thrown up and down by it. We don't actually have to keep proving ourselves, defending ourselves, creating ourselves from moment to moment. Kamma can cease. But it's like scratching an itch or smoking a cigarette. Even though you get the idea that it might be good to stop, your system won't do it unless it gets a feel for the benefits of stopping, and you feel firm enough to do so. These qualities of ease and firmness are what samatha provides in meditation. It opens and heals our systems and allows clarity to go into areas and aspects of programming that often get skipped over in daily life. Then, with that calm and ease, insight allows Kamma to cease. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu. 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 Thank you for joining me this morning.